All right, you guys, happy Monday. Super, super excited to be here with you guys and just sharing tonight a couple things because we just have brand new people. So we're going to be going over some basic things and then I'm going to be challenging you again, just like I did a couple weeks ago. But first, I'm going to start with my devotional. It says the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. James 5:16. It says, sometimes I'm scared to pray boldly. It's not at all that I don't believe God can do anything. I absolutely do. I'm a wild about Jesus girl, wild in my willingness, wild in my obedience, wild in my adventures with God. So my hesitation isn't rooted in any kind of doubt about God. It's more rooted in doubts about myself and my ability to absolutely discern the will of God. The reality is sometimes God chooses not to do things, and if his will is no, while I'm boldly praying for a yes, it makes me feel out of step with God. Can you relate? I so desperately want to stay in the will of God that I find myself praying with clauses like, God, please heal my friend, but if it's your will to take her, I will trust you. I wonder why I don't just boldly pray, God, please heal my friend, and then stand confidently knowing my prayers were not in vain, no matter what the outcome. Praying boldly boots me out of that stale place of religious habit into authentic connection with God himself. Prayer opens my spiritual eyes to see things I can't see on my own, and I'm convinced prayer matters. Prayers are powerful and effective, prayed from the position of righteousness.
Oh.
So prayer does make a difference, a life-changing, mind-blowing, earth-rattling difference. We don't need to know how. We don't need to know when. We just need to kneel confidently and know the tremors of a simple Jesus girl's prayers extend far wide, far high, and far deep. Letting that absolute truth slosh over into my soul snuffs out the flickers of hesitation. It bends my knees and it ignites a fresh, bold, and even wilder fire within. Not bold as in bossy and demanding, but bold as in I love Jesus with all my heart. So why would I offer anything less than an ignited prayer life? Jesus speaks specifically about igniting our prayer lives in Matthew 6, verses 6 through 8. When you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. And when you pray, do not keep on babbling like pagans, for they think they will be heard because of their many words. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. So let's ask and ask again, not because we can cause God to move, but so that it positions our souls to see Jesus move in any way that he pleases. And the reason I wanted to that it struck me today as I was reading that was just, do you pray over your business? Are you praying over your business? And that's just such a huge thing. I want you guys to know that I do pray for each and every single one of you every single day, and ask the Lord to just bless your families and bless your homes and to bless the work that you're putting in. And so it has changed me and my heart in this business. I used to not do that when I first started, and just praying for my team. And, I literally wrote my journal today. It said, what is one thing you're grateful for? And I said, and I wrote, I'm grateful that I have a team to be able to get on with tonight and have this conversation with. And I'm just so blessed. And he's just blessed me with you guys. And so I'm just super excited to just talk to you guys and just encourage you to pray over your team, pray over what you want. Pray that, he brings you the perfect people and the perfect, team. All right. So tonight, two things. Well, actually three. I kind of want to talk about. First of all, I want you guys to set a goal. And just while you're listening and talking to me tonight, or while I'm talking tonight, maybe just draw on a piece of paper some goals for this month that you want to reach. You always go after and strive for things when you actually have a vision in mind. Okay. And so when you have a map, you have a path to be able to chase after. You don't have anything to chase after if you don't have anything written down to chase. Okay. So I encourage you to set a goal. I minimally encourage all of you to get your 4-in-1. Obviously that's the promotion that's going on right now. You get rewarded for that. You get $150. If you get your 4-in-1, you get $50 for your first 4 customers. And then when you get that when you get that distributor, you get $150. So I want you to each have that on your list as a minimum. But even stretch yourself even more. And then obviously if your one person gets their 4-in-1 too, you get an extra $350. So those are huge things to be shooting for. The next thing I want you to be shooting for is, we shared in the chat, I think Mel did a couple days ago, about the the 6 list. Okay. And we talked a lot about 2 weeks ago. I talked to you guys a lot about the core 4 and what I was doing every single day. And so we kind of made it into a small 6 list for you guys to do every day. I'm going to be offering an accountability group this month. It'll be starting in the morning for anybody who wants some accountability in doing that list every single day this month. And so with that being said, this is an accountability group. You get 1 day off a week, and the expectation is that you submit that form, that slide checked off every single day, because that just means you want to be called higher, and you're like, okay, I want to do this. I want to make sure I do this every day. I know that it's going to grow my business. I know that's going to take me to the next level. So I want to join that. If that's something that you want to be involved in, please message me privately so that I can add you into that chat. I promise you, if you just, one of my goals every day is to complete my list. And, I strive for that. I try not to, I don't go to bed until that list is done, but we've made it super simple to be able to accomplish. You're not relying on other people's answers or responses. It's just your work on that 6 list. So if that's something you're interested in, message me. All right. So things that we're going to talk about tonight is just attraction marketing. Okay. A lot of you are new in this business. You don't even know what attraction marketing is. And so we're going to kind of break down what that looks like. So when you think back to when you joined this business, what is it that your enroller did that made you want to try this business or made you think that you could even do this business? Okay. So I'm going to unmute a couple of you and just spot ask you real quick, what did your enroller do that made you think that you could do this? So Jen, I'm going to unmute you. All right, Jen. So what did I do, because I enrolled you, that made you think that you could do this business?
You answered all my questions, and trust me, I had a lot of them. And you, I don't know. It's more like you just gave me the confidence behind telling me that I could do it.
Okay. So did you see anything on my page specifically that spoke to you?
Oh, yeah, probably your weight loss goal.
Okay.
And how much you had lost.
Okay.
That's
Good.
what got me interested in the products in the first place.
Good. Okay, good. All right. Barkley, I'm unmuting you. All right. What did Katie do that made you think that you wanted to join this business on her page? And then, what made you think that you could actually do it?
First and foremost, I seen her story, read her story. Don't know how I came across it. We were not friends. I have no idea how I came across it. I always say it's a God thing because who knows? So first and foremost, her story. Secondly, after I started chatting with her, all voice messaging. She was a real person. She talked to me like a real person. So that's what I try to emulate with that is the voice messaging for sure.
Love it. Love it. Okay. So you guys know specifically what brought you into this business. Okay. I just gave you just two quick examples of what people saw. Okay. Something on their page spoke to them and then they felt like they were connecting with a real person. Okay. And I know that I voice messaged Jen a ton, mostly because she just had a lot of questions and it was just too much to type. It was easier for me. So when you're thinking about why you joined this business, you need to be making sure that you yourself are expressing that on your page as well. Okay. So what drew you in was Katie's story, my weight loss. Okay. You need to be communicating the same thing on your page. So based on your answer in your head, okay, because I know I didn't ask all of you, if you scrolled through your Facebook page right now, would it have spoken to you? Would your page have spoken to you and brought you into this business? Do you project the same qualities that attracted you that would attract somebody else? Okay. Are you projecting those same qualities? Do you look spammy? Would you buy from you? And so I want you guys to all open your pages and just look at that, scroll through it. What I see more often than not is just the easy way out. And when I say the easy way out is you only use the post of the days. Okay. You only use stock pictures. You don't have your own original content. You don't show yourself and your story. That's probably the biggest mistake I see in a lot of people. And I even see it in leadership. I see it in some of our leadership too. It's easy when we give those posts of the day sometimes, and to not create new and show your own self and your own story. And we just had 2 examples here right now of 2 people who were spoken to by somebody's real story, real weight loss, real, showing their real results. So that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. Another thing I want you to think about is variety on your pages. Okay. Yes, our business is important. Okay. But it is not, the only thing that you should be showing. What did you use social media for before? Okay. You used it to show your family, to share something funny. Whatever reason you use it, you still want to use it for those exact same things. Okay. I always like to tell people, break up. If you're posting throughout the day, post once about the business. If you're going to post about the business twice, that's fine. Do it in the morning, do it in the evening, but fill it with fluff in the middle. Okay. Let people know you. The people should know your kids' names. They should know what you like to do. They should know what maybe your favorite food is because you're eating it all the time. It doesn't have to be crazy. Morgan McIntyre in the business, she is very big about planning out her week. And, sometimes when we give you guys the post of the days to do, you do that every single day. And then so you may not post again until tomorrow. And then it's another post of the day. And so then all of a sudden you look on your page and all it is post of the days, post of the days, post of the days. And there's nothing of you. There's no you in there. Okay. And so something she encourages people to do is to plan out their week, Sunday through Sunday. What am I going to include every single day? I'm going to save a quote from Pinterest. I'm going to put that on my page on Monday plus the post of the day. On Tuesday, I'm going to share a picture of my dog, and then do the post of the day. On Wednesday, I'm going to do a picture of my kids in my post of the day. On Thursday, I'm going out to dinner. I already have a date with my husband. I'm going to share what we eat for dinner and a picture of our date. And then I'm going to and the post of the day. And so you can look at your week ahead and just plan that content. You could even plan, I was telling one of my girls the other day, when you make your coffee on Saturday and Sunday, change your shirt out, take your picture of your coffee multiple different ways and plan your content for the week. If you know you're going to post about your dog, take the picture on Sunday and save it and then post it on Wednesday. Okay, so if you just write out, these are the things I'm going to post about every single day. Sometimes you can get those pictures done on the weekends and then be set up for the weekend. You don't even have to think about it. That's the nice thing about the post of the days, us giving those to you. It's easy. You don't have to think about it. You can still make the variety and the other posts easy if you just plan ahead a little bit. If you took 30 minutes and just wrote out what you want to do every day and you pre-planned those pictures and those posts, you could easily be able to have that variety on your page. So if people, I'm very big about like portraying who you are on your page. I feel like I do that very well. I did not do that very well at the beginning. I look back at posts that I made 3 years ago and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I do 10 posts a day just about randomness but I want people like if I have someone host a post, so I have Bridget host a post for me. If I have Bridget host a post for me, and people are like, who is Melody? And they click on my name. I want them to be able to go to my page and see who I stand for. See that I have a grandbaby, see that I drink coffee every day, see that I'm at football games twice a week. I want them to be able to see and know me within a couple of slides of my pictures. And so I want you guys to really look at your pages. Are people seeing and knowing who you are besides this business? Because that's why you follow celebrities. That's why you follow bloggers. That's why we watch the Kardashians. That's why we watch reality TV, because we want to know these people. We feel like we know them. It's the same thing with this business. It's another thing that I shared in the group, I think this weekend, maybe on the 1st, do a picture challenge. They have these all over Pinterest. Okay. It's like 30 days of fall and every day is a new picture, like take a black and white picture of a flower, take it, so it's like you do a challenge for 30 days. Find a 30-day challenge, that it just spices up your page. It just does something different. It challenges you to do something fun. It's a little fun. It'll be like, do a picture of your kid crafting this day, or, like picture of you with your pumpkin, just these random crazy challenges, but it just spices it up, makes it a little fun. There has to be joy in this business, you guys. I really feel like we miss out on that sometimes, that this is not meant to be adding more stress and causing resentment and feeling overwhelmed, like you don't know what to do and what to post. A little pre-planning, using a Pinterest, 30-day picture challenge can make things a lot easier and make it a little fun. I think you actually might enjoy it. And I guess the last thing that I want to talk about is branding. They talked about this in conference, talking about finding your 5 pillars, what defines you. And And that's really just all that I'm talking about. You know, for me, it's my family, football, my faith, being a nurse, and coffee. Those are literally, and that's what you see on my page every single day. Every single day. And I just encourage you to figure out what your 5 things are that are about you, that who you stand for, and make sure that people are seeing that on your page and getting to know you. Make sure you're connecting with your audience. Okay. And that's, you know, just like what my story, my weight loss story connected with Jen's, Katie's story of freedom, financial freedom, and traveling and moving to Montana with her family is what connected with Ashley. You know, find you, you know, like I think we try to be somebody else so many times. We have, you know, we play this comparison game. Women do that anyway, but we play this comparison game in this business because you want to be where somebody else is. Well, Katie's been in the business 7 years. You're not going to be in the same place as she is in year 1. Okay. And so we got to stop comparing ourselves to where people are at this moment and just remember that they were in the same place that we are right now. And they kept pushing and they kept working and they kept trying to work on things like this, identifying who they are and connecting with their audience to all of a sudden get her the financial freedom that she has now. And so don't forget that to remember that what brought you into this business is what's going to bring somebody else into this business. And I feel like we have the hardest times, you know, the biggest complaint, there were several of you that are on this call that missed getting their distributor last month. You know, they got their 4 customers, but they missed getting their distributor last month. And I think a lot of times that is because we're not connecting with our audience. You know, we're not connecting with people because our story isn't loud enough, or it's not authentic enough. It's not real enough. You know, we've taken somebody else's story and copied and pasted it. We're not just telling our story, talking about our family, our struggles. We try to steal too much of other people's stuff, and it's just be real. You don't have to be a poet. You don't have to be a writer. Just be real. You know, Brooke Pittman today, if you guys go to her page today, she wrote a beautiful, beautiful post, like just authentic and real, tagged me and Jen in it, just about this business. And it was authentic and real and unprovoked. And that's just who she is. And you know what? That story is going to speak to so many people. Okay. And so it's just do the same thing. It doesn't have to be an essay, you know, like just something quick about, you know, grateful for this business to be able to put gas in my car, or groceries, or, you know, your hopes and dreams. I lay here next to my son in bed, you know, or Angela, I lay here next to my husband in bed and I dream of the day that I can retire him and he doesn't have to go to work at 6 a.m. in the morning. You know, I mean, something that is you. Okay. Your story is what's going to connect with people. It's not, you know, it's not my words or anybody else's words. So I just encourage you guys to take a look at your page, look at it from fresh eyes and think, am I reaching people with my authenticity and my story? So that's all I have for you guys tonight. I want to open it up for questions really quick to see if anybody has any questions. I want to remind you guys about the accountability. If you're wanting to be a part of that, message me and I will put you in that chat. And just basis of it is that we're doing the 6 list every single day as a minimum of the day. We're making sure that gets completed and we're just basically turning it in. Okay. So you're basically turning it into the chat every single day. And just, you know, sometimes that feeling of I need to turn this in makes you do it, if that makes sense. On the days that are hard, where you don't want to, you don't have time, and you're like, shoot, I got to turn this in before the end of the day. You know, they're watching, they're waiting for it. You know, sometimes that pushes you to do it. And, you know, here's the thing. Sometimes we get in these routines and these scroll routines and, you know, Facebook was down today and I'm getting texts like, what are you guys doing? You know, which I didn't see, Jen. I didn't see those until just a few minutes ago because I've been crazy busy. But, you know, they're like, what are you guys doing when Facebook is down? Like, what do? You have to be creative, do the business a different way, you know, but, you know, like I think sometimes we get stuck in a rut. You know, Emily said, well, I could still watch TikToks. Well, don't be just spending 3 hours watching TikToks. Find a way to work around your business differently. That'll benefit you, moving forward. So, all right, I'm going to, will you guys unmute if you guys have any specific questions about anything?
Today, when everything went down, girls, that would have been a perfect time to do planning. So I had talked to a girl and I said, you know, do some planning, do some slides, come up with some stories, come up with some giveaway ideas. Just use your brain. You know, sometimes we go back to Facebook and we say, okay, what's working for other people? Well, what's working for somebody else might not work on my page, but like that girl thing did not blow up, but that boy one that I put up has blown up like nobody's business. I must have more boy moms on my page. I don't know. So anytime you can't get onto Facebook or Insta, it's a great time to use that for planning.
Right. It actually said texting current customers. That's so true. Because there's things that weren't down today. Our Connect app wasn't down today. It has all your customers' telephone numbers in it. And so, you know, maybe offering, you know, checking in with them, seeing if they're doing okay, liking their product plan, you know, offering them to the pumpkin spice K-Cups. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the pumpkin spice K-Cups are now on the pick 2, pick 3, which is huge. And so, you know, don't get out there and get those sold, because people will fall in love with those and not want to give those up, because I love them. No, but that's great. Pre-planning content. Listen, I'm telling you, that's like, in talking about like what works for you. Like, I have watched people do TikTok. Like, I'm just going to use TikTok as an example. Use TikTok and just keep copying people over and over and over again. And they never blow up. You want to know why? Because it's not original, authentic. You know, I spent a lot of time with Brittany Landrum at the retreat 2 weeks ago, and she's TikTok famous. She has like a million views of, you know, like, I mean, it's just crazy what she has going on with TikTok. And she said the thing that got me big was taking things in my life that you consider embarrassing or vulnerable or whatever, and just talking about it, finding things to talk about, you know, making, you know, being funny about it. She's used her blended family when she got started, and that's what she spoke about and talked about. I use nursing. My nursing TikToks do really well. And so it's just find something that's, whether it's your kid that's crazy weird, you know, whether it's, you know, a mom thing, you know, like just talking about being a mom and crazy things that happen to you know, to you, whatever it may be, you know, be creative. And I'm not just talking about TikTok. I'm talking about your pages too. Just be you. Because the more authentic and real you are, that speaks to way more people than copying the same thing. So, all right. What else? Anybody else got anything to say? Questions? All right, ladies. So we are going to, who unmuted? Somebody unmuted.
Melody, this is Tracy. I just wanted to tell you how much I really appreciate every single one of you ladies. You just are very inspiring to me, and I just hope this turns around for me. Every day I give faith in the Lord that when it's his turn, when it's his time, it'll happen.
Well, Tracy, we're so glad to have you on this team, and so glad that you jumped on board. And listen, you know, the number one thing on on the new 6 list is self-development. And I cannot preach that enough, you guys, because the more belief you have in yourself, and sometimes you just don't have belief. I think that sometimes that we just struggle with believing if this will actually work for me, believing in yourself, that you can do this. And I totally believe you can do this, Tracy. You just keep being consistent, just keep talking to your team, and staying connected with them every single day, and you are going to do great. And just be you, be authentically you. And the best thing, and the biggest advice I have to give to anybody that's brand new is mass add friends. You cannot, it's not on my list, but if you go in and mass add friends until you can get your friends list up and high, that's how you're going to reach more people too, because you can't sell to 200 friends. You can't sell to 300 friends. You need to get over 1,000. And the best thing to do is to mass add as quick as you can. And my favorite place to do that is to go to your church, mass out all those women from there, go to where you went to high school, go to where, maybe your salon you use for your hair. You just go to your local Belk page. Like literally they have, you name it, anything local that you have, add women, and just mass add them, as just ask for friend requests. And you'll see, you may get a couple trickle here and there. The more that you already have an identity with, like high school, your church, where people know you, the faster you'll get more friends. But that'll give you more outreach, and that's the best thing to do. And getting host to post up, getting those 30 asks in every single day and getting as many host to post up is what is going to get you those conversations started, and then people watching your pages. So you've got this. Are you using products? Are you using your products, Tracy?
I am. I love my
Good.
gummies and my coffee.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that. And just talk about that. Be real. Show that.
Okay.
You know, you don't need to have a crazy weight loss like I have. You know, you just need to talk about, hey, I was so energized today. You know, like I cannot believe how amazing I feel, and it's only day 4. You know, like literally just be you. Be real, authentic. That's all people want to hear.
Thank you
And
so much.
don't get discouraged. I mean, I've been in over 2 years, and some seasons are just, you're like a farmer. Just keep planting the seeds. Eventually it comes out. I promise.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
You got it, Tracy. All right. Anybody else have anything to say? All right, ladies. I love you. Love you to death. And just honored, like I said, you are in my, when I prayed for you guys today, you were on my journal today as one of the number one things that I am thankful for. And then I have the ability and the honor to be able to train you and love on you, and that God has blessed me with you guys. So thank you. I'm going to pray over you real quick. And then my leadership team, I just need you to stay on for a few minutes. I'm going to move rooms because my husband wants to go to bed. So we'll have a quick transition, but let me just pray real quick. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for these girls that are on this call right now. Lord, I just ask that you just bless their homes and bless their lives and their families. I ask that you just rain down peace and comfort and laughter and just joy in their homes. I ask that you just bless their tiny little fingers as they're working and typing away on their phones and their computers and doing this work and doing this business that you brought into their lives. I ask that you just bless their work and bless the seeds that they're planting, and ask them just bloom and grow flowers, and bless them abundantly in this business, Lord, for their faithfulness to you and to their faithfulness into this work, Lord. I ask that you just continue to just give them strength and encouragement. As sometimes this business can be discouraging, and I just ask you to continue to lift them up and help them to push through. Give them the belief in themselves that they are amazing women and that you made them all to be unique and amazing, and help them to just rest in that fact that they are awesome and they were created by you, they are loved by you, and they are beautiful. And just to remember that every single day. Lord, just grant us a good night's sleep tonight, and just take us into this week and this new month, and just fill us to overflowing, and continue to pour your blessings down upon us. Lord, I'm grateful for these women and what they mean to me and them being in my life. And I'm just humbled that you gave them to me to be able to teach and reach and love on. In your name I pray, amen. Love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. All right, leaders, let me just move spots, okay? Oh, I'm so sore today. I can barely stand up. Let me end this recording real quick.